Isolate variables from sum of two or more variables. Now what I notice is that for students it is easier to deal with numbers, but when it comes to variables sometimes it becomes a bit difficult. So my approach here is to correlate the two things. Now we'll see how to isolate variables when two or more variables are involved. Let's take an example of a rectangle. So let's say this is a rectangle whose perimeter is given to us. So let us say that the perimeter of this rectangle is equal to 24 centimeter. And let us say we know the length of the rectangle, and let us say that the length is 8 centimeter. That means one side of the rectangle is 8 centimeter. Question is, find the width, the other side of the rectangle. So that is the question before us. How are you going to solve this question? Well, you know, perimeter is equal to twice length plus twice width, right? Since the opposite sides of the rectangle are equal, so in this case we say 24, which is the perimeter of this rectangle, should be equal to 2 times length, which is 8, plus 2 times width, right? If this is width, that is also width. 2 times width. Now to find the value of width, what should we do? We should take away 2 times 8, 16 from both the sides, right? So in that case, we are left with 24 minus 2 times 8. Now I'm purposely not writing 16 here, since I want to show you the method, right? Is equals to 2 times width. Now you can always take away 16 from 24 and then divide it by 2 to get width, correct? Or let me write this in this fashion. So width will be equals to 24 minus 2 times 8 divided by 2. So we can get width from here. That is what we normally do to find the width, right? You can use calculator and calculate this answer, correct? Now if we are given variables, then we do the same thing. The only thing is, the equation is given to us in the form which we wrote earlier, which is kind of perimeter is equals to 2 times length plus 2 times width. And the question is, isolate width. Find an expression for width. So that is the kind of question which we need to solve. So what we do here is exactly what we have done to find the value of width. That is, first step should be, since we are interested in finding what width is, we'll take away twice length from both the sides. So we are left with perimeter P minus 2 times length equals to 2 times width. Now since we want to find what width is, we'll divide both sides by 2. So we will get perimeter minus 2 times length divided by 2 is equal to width, right? So we get a formula using which we can find width when perimeter and length of the rectangle is given to us. That is what is called isolating variable, right? So from the original formula, which was perimeter equals to twice length plus twice width, we can isolate or rearrange this formula and write it to get what W could be. Well, we can do the same operation to find length also, right? So that is how we actually isolate variables. As you can notice from here, steps involved are exactly same as we do while solving our equation, right? So of course you can find the answer, right? 24 minus 16 divided by 2. You could have written 16 there, right in the very beginning also, but I didn't do it since we wanted to show you how similar it is to writing this formula. Perimeter 24, correct, centimeters, 2 times length of 8 centimeters divided by 2. So that is a formula which can work, right? So let us solve this and at least get the width of this rectangle. So what we get is 24 minus 16 divided by 2 is the width, and 24 minus 16 is 8, right? 4 is 20 plus 4. So it is 8 divided by 2 is the width, or 4. So width is 4 and the units is centimeters, right? So our answer is that width of this rectangle should be 4 centimeter. Then the perimeter is going to be 24. Anyway, so these are the steps which you normally do to find the width. To isolate variable, we do the same steps, kind of similar. I hope that helps you to understand how to isolate variables when 2 or more variables are given to you in an equation. Okay.